Hello and welcome to the Scottish Times podcast. I'm joined today by
Jenny, Elliot. I don't have a cool name. Jelliot?
Jelliot,
Jen.
Smelliot.
Just Jen.
Okay, so coming up this week we have Life of Pi, and we do have some games news, but I know how much you love games, so we'll probably just breeze right over that.
And my Hobbit review, which apparently was different.
Yeah. Well, let's just hop into the Hobbit one as well, and because I mean I liked it, so
I literally, yes, I was a bit hungover, arrived, fell asleep when Gandalf arrived at Bilbo's door, slept for 40 minutes, woke up when Bilbo was leaving on the adventure. Missed nothing. Nothing. I felt like that was 3 hours that could have been an hour and a half. Like,
So-
everything was a montage. Every statement they made was a flashback. Everything was like so drawn out, and they kept like, you know, like the dwarf guy who has like 4 names. I don't need to hear Salah, son of Salah, son of, like,
that's just their style.
cut out like 3 hours. Easily could have been done in 90 minutes. Easily.
But it's supposed to be epic, you know. You gotta
felt-
really pad it out.
I felt like they were trying to be epic. Like, everything was a montage. Everything was a huge speech. Like, camera straight on the face, eyes watering.
You gotta have a montage.
Like literally like 30 though. It got to the point that every time there's a flashback, the whole cinema was just like, oh. Didn't help by the fact there was a 3-year-old, I'm guessing 2.5, 3, in the cinema, running up and down the aisles, poking. My boyfriend has a phobia of Gollum, and the little kid like jumped on the back of his seat and he wet himself. Like,
Eesh.
I see phobia. That was a bit.
Yeah,
Phobia's a bit extreme.
I was gonna say phobia and he wet himself, because I'm assuming he's a grown man.
Great guy, great guy.
He's a keeper.
Who takes a 3-year-old to a 3-hour film though?
Yeah, I
Bad
mean,
parents.
hopefully they just couldn't get a sitter.
It was just a dad on his own, and I was thinking, can you just not be bothered looking after your kid? So you're forcing him on me.
Yeah, because it doesn't really make much sense, because he's not gonna enjoy the film.
Oh, he didn't even know he was at a film.
He's just like, it's dark, and you know I can like slap people.
Yeah, exactly. Or smell their hair, or what have you.
I hate kids.
See, I love kids, but time and a place.
I would have made a scene. I would have been, you know, actually when I was at lunch today, I was telling a story, and because I was flapping my arms around, knocked over my drink, spilt my Guinness all over my lady friend.
That's so cringe.
Yeah.
Actually, I was with a friend who it doesn't have like the best sort of social etiquette anyway. He growled at the child. When the child, he literally growled, and I was like, you've probably scarred that child. And he also turned around to the father and said, oh, come on, like that. Father did nothing.
Yeah, he's probably a weak, wimpy little woos. That's probably what's going on there.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anyone growling at my kid.
If you're in a public domain where people are supposed to be quiet, and the Hobbit's like what? It's like
12A.
a 12 or something, yeah.
I think a 12A is meant for like 10-year-olds, not 3-year-olds.
Because you should only ever take like that level of child to like a U. That's pretty much it. U's, nothing more.
I know, even in a PG, like if I was an Agent Cody Banks and there was I'm assuming that's a PG. Is that a PG?
Probably. It's
Yeah,
like a teen film.
Or Shrek? Is Shrek a U or a PG?
Probably a PG, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's all. I mean, there's like innuendos in there.
Hefty innuendos.
But
Also, rewatched The Lion King recently. Hefty innuendos as well. I got to experience that film as a grown-up, and
no, I haven't watched it in. I don't even know how long.
it's really good.
Must be like 10 years.
Oh,
if not more.
You would get more jokes now.
Probably, but I don't know if I can be bothered watching it again.
They did it in Fantastic 3D, our favourite thing. But the 3D was really necessary.
Yeah, just let it go with the 3D, people. No one cares.
However, I did think that the quality in The Hobbit was pretty exceptional.
Oh yeah.
Like, I did,
I mean, it's a visual spectacle.
yeah. Just cut out some of the montages.
Well, the thing is, there'll be extended versions as well.
How is that possible? I felt like I was watching the special DVD edition, not in the comfort of my own home. Fuming.
Yeah, actually, they're thinking about releasing premium video on demand, so it'll be like the cinema, but in your house. So I don't really know how they're gonna police this or whatnot, but I don't think. I mean, personally, I think it's a good idea because I'd rather just have cinema in my house rather than having to leave and have all the nose breathers and the rustlers and all that. Yeah.
I don't know, but some people, like the fancy people among us, got those 3D TVs, but you need to wear the glasses.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
No one wants to do that. I mean, when I'm in my own house, I want to relax, not have to be wearing glasses over glasses.
I mean, you and I wear glasses, and I'm sure you understand lying on a sofa is difficult at the best of times.
Yeah.
If it's like pushing into your face, or even you're trying to give someone a hug, or it's raining. You're
in a relationship again. You're a couch cuddler. You know, you can't be snuggling with those glasses on.
My boyfriend last night said to me, "You never snuggle me when we watch How I Met Your Mother in bed," and I said, "It's genuinely the glasses. I can't lie on your chest if I'm wearing glasses because it like stabs the side. Stabs
of your
into
face. The side, yeah. It's not pleasant.
I think these 3D people should probably consult us before they come out with anything else. Huge ideas again.
Yeah. Next time, be like, okay, do you wear glasses? Yeah. Okay. Do you think this is totally lame? Or is this just some other gimmick we're using to try and get you into the cinema? Yeah. Gimmicky nonsense.
Exactly. I didn't feel it added anything to my cinematic experience.
Although The Life of Pi has some outstanding visuals in it.
What a seamless link by you.
I'm slick.
Working with a professional.
I've been working on my presenting technique.
Yeah.
Right. Just to really get those links. So smooth. Yeah. You know, people are like, oh, it's winter already. I'm sliding.
Right, go on then. Give us a summary.
Well, basically, it's the same story, obviously. So anybody that's been to school and done a book report on Life of Pi, you're not going to get a new story.
Everybody's done that as well, haven't
But the way it's told in terms of the visual spectacle is outstanding. I mean, it's brilliant. They've really... But basically, the point is, you should see it just because it's nice to look at.
Yeah, I saw the bit in the advert with the whale. Astounding.
Yeah.
Astounding.
I mean, that's probably one of the best bits, which is a shame because it would have been nice to have a surprise. But then again, you know, with it being such a well-known story, you need to draw people in somehow.
Yeah.
In terms of, it's not just a story everybody's done when they were a kid. You know, we've got awesome stuff going on in terms of visuals, which they are pretty phenomenal.
Was it an emotional roller coaster?
Well, I'm not really an emotional guy, so I don't really get invested in these things. I try and be objective as much as I can and then go, okay, I think people will like this if they like this film or that film, or I like it because of this, that, and the other. So I suppose if you're like emotionally invested in the film, it would really tug at you because it's some pretty brutal stuff in there.
Yeah, see, I don't know, like, I have never watched The Pianist or anything because I'm a wreck and I don't think I can deal with it, and I don't know if Life of Pi is going to be one of those.
Well, it's pretty gritty, pretty early on.
Yeah.
Although Gérard Depardieu is in there. What a guy.
Hey, what did you think of the main actor? We discussed last week.
He's okay. He just does the job, I suppose. He didn't really wow me in terms of, ooh, wow, he's doing me a favor here, or he's got his own style.
See, I was thinking about a wow performance, because you're in like this huge story that's already popular. You've got the graphics. It's just you. You don't really have anyone competing with you except the tiger.
Yeah, there's not much you can do. You know, just letting other people take the slack because, like you said last week, it's just you in a boat with a tiger.
Yeah. So I thought he was going to be astounding.
Well, he probably is, to be fair, but I haven't seen him in anything else. And when I look at him and, you know, I watched his style, it wasn't as if I was like, oh, wow, this guy's, he's got it.
Innovative.
Yeah, because he's just playing a kid who, to be fair, goes through a lot, but that happens, you know, like after, and you'd expect somebody to be getting up to God knows what when they're stuck on a boat with a tiger.
You know, speaking of good acting, and this might be a curveball, the new Bernardo's advert.
Bernardo's?
Boy in a grey t-shirt, like, oh yeah, things are going really well, my girlfriend just had a baby, and then it goes down to younger him, like, oh, that kid said something, so I beat him up and he won't laugh at me again.
Oh,
and then it goes down younger and younger till there's a little 6-year-old who's like, Mummy's boyfriend hits me. In tears. Spectacular acting. Those are the kind of people that should be making a big...
Well, he'll probably go on to do other stuff if he doesn't give up. Or
what, the Bernardo's boy?
Yeah, because I think that's how a lot of these people get their jobs. You know, they start off doing really crappy stuff, And then
Rob Pattinson's too posh for that, though. Imagine our Pat's like, yes, my mother's boyfriend.
So, you know, she gave me creme fraiche when I clearly asked for cream cheese. I mean, what are we, savages?
If you have a problem, call it SPCC. I don't think he started off like that. Maybe people like Plan B or something.
Well, it could be that he was a model actor before he became a serious actor.
He was in Harry Potter as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how he got that.
I don't know. I think it was because there were so many roles and J.K. Rowling wanted it to be a British film.
Yeah.
So maybe he was somehow in, like, I don't know, some fancy British school. And you're like, oh, yes.
Of course he was. Some British drama school.
Because that's what Daniel Radcliffe did. Because he was in the same school as a girl I used to do student radio with, actually. And she was like, yeah, we used to just tease him relentlessly. And like make him cry and lock him in cupboards and stuff. And I was like, what?
Poor Dad. No wonder he was an alcoholic for the last 3 films.
Well,
you know, I have no time though. I like Daniel. I like Rupert Grint.
Hermione.
Little Miss, I didn't want this life. It was forced upon me.
Is that what she says?
Yeah, I'm sure you can comfort yourself in your millions.
Well, if she doesn't want to do it, get another job.
I know, she's like, I want to go to university. I didn't particularly like acting. It was a path that was chosen for me. Get over yourself. I know, I'm calling BS on that.
Yeah, if she wasn't a woman and she was here right now, back the hand.
Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah. I just hold her back.
Yeah.
Hold her down.
She's like, oh, I don't want this showbiz life. Okay, Little Miss took the Burberry contract. Like,
she's so full of it.
You love it. Stop trying to be humble. Or K-Stew's another one. Kristen Stewart.
Oh,
I don't like celebrity.
I don't like your face.
Yeah, you're not a good actress.
She doesn't act. She just turns up, and that's just what you get.
Oh, so true. There's a great parody online, and it's like 5 tips to acting like Kristen Stewart, and the first one's like to act like you just noticed that you have hair. So she's like, and the other one's to act like you're gonna vomit a lot. So you're like, hi, my name's Kristen Stewart. Again, great radio.
Yeah, it is, because they can totally see what we're doing.
Everyone else can just pretend to be sick and act like they've just found their hair.
I saw one where it was 50 Shades of Kristen Stewart, and it's just 50 pictures of her face being miserable. Because that's all she does.
That is all she does. She hates celebrity. She'll tell you.
Yeah.
I hate.
It's like, oh, how terrible for you to have to get paid a ridiculous amount of money to do glamorous work.
But then
so hard.
We found out why she hated being a celebrity, because she got papped having an affair.
Yeah, it's her own fault.
Unlucky, K-Stew.
You don't want to get caught having an affair. Don't have an affair.
And don't have an affair out on a bridge somewhere, like prime pap.
So like, oh no, please don't see me like getting all funky on this man's junk in his pants, which isn't our Pats's.
But her face did not look excited, even when she was.
I don't think she can be excited.
In the throes of passion.
She'd be all like, "Oh, I'm arriving."
Really, I have serious beef with her. And if my mum was hearing this, my mum would be like, "Oh, it's just because you're jealous." I am jealous. Of course, I'm jealous, but I wouldn't like to be that unhappy all the time.
If you're gonna be like a sort of moody person, go down the Bill Murray route. He's got a miserable face, but he's full of character, and the man's hilarious.
He is hilarious. Although, what is it? He's in Scrooged.
Scrooged, yeah.
I can't get that bit out of my head when the golf ball comes out the back of that man's head.
I don't remember that bit.
The zombie guy, one of the ghosts. He's like, I'll have a high ball, and a golf ball gets popped out the back of his head, and a little mouse scurries out.
Moving on to just a bit of banter about games, because I know how much you love them.
Right, go on, tell me what's happened with games. I might be interested.
Well, the best game out at the moment, I would say, is either Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which is awesome, or Hitman Absolution.
Okay.
Because Call of Duty, I don't know how they do it, but every time they just make it so much better than the last game in terms of missions and gadgets and just everything that's going on. You're just like, wow, guys, wow.
In Call of Duty, do you play against other people online?
Oh, well, I don't.
Or is that Halo?
Because they're all goobers online.
Yeah, once you've completed it, is it done?
Well, no, you can do like other missions, and then obviously there's their online stuff, and there's like a zombies bit where you just have to kill as many zombies as you can. I mean, it's a good game, but unless you really like the online play, just rent it. Power through that single player, love it. and then just take
And
it
then
back to
give it
Blockbuster.
back.
Yeah.
Is it cheaper to rent games?
Oh yeah, a lot cheaper because it's £6 to rent it from like Blockbuster or any of these online ones, and I think it's like £45 to buy. So unless you're really going to be milking that online play, it's not worth it.
Do you prefer Halo or COD?
Definitely COD.
Really?
Yeah, Halo's just all. It's almost too nerdy.
I tried to learn because I thought it would make me cool. Because all the boys at uni played it. I was like, if I played this, I'd be so cool. The maps, I had no clue where I was any of the time. And they were like, oh, you just need to learn the maps. You just need to learn the maps. I've got university work to do.
Yeah.
I don't have time to be learning
also,
maps.
It's not that great. I don't see the real appeal of Halo. It's not a bad game, but when people devote their lives to it, I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing with your time?
Do you think I'd be better at COD than I am at Halo?
Oh yeah, it's a far better game.
But do you think I personally, is there maps?
Well, there's maps and stuff, but I don't really pay attention to the maps. I just run around shooting people, getting up to no good. It's awesome.
Just being badass.
Yeah.
From the comfort of your own home.
I'm just pulling out those Glocks, popping people. I'm an up close and personal sort of killer.
Oh, really?
So yeah, like shotguns and knives is really my thing.
Do you understand why this doesn't appeal to me/women? Like, already you've talked about killing zombies, shooting people. Like, why wouldn't you just meet a friend for coffee?
Well, I do that, but it's not as if I can afford to go out and enjoy myself all the time. So when I'm at home, rocking the bachelor life, not really much else to do except shoot some people in the face.
Maybe I'd get addicted.
Well, I think it's because with Call of Duty these days, it's so much better than other first-person shooters. It's pretty much just COD and Half-Life 2. That's pretty much the only like decent first-person shooters, because they're all pretty samey until you get to those two, and then they must have like some really serious hardcore like programmers and designers and all that, because it's so slick. It's just a sexy beast, and they come up with stuff that you'd never even think of, and you're just like, wow, this is awesome, and it's implemented perfectly.
I mean, the last game I completed was perhaps the summer of
69.
99. My sister and I completed Harry Potter 1.
Yeah, you did.
Got all those jelly beans. And then our mum got us Tomb Raider, but we could never work out how to actually start the game. We'd just be walking around the mansion, and there was the old butler that you could lock in the fridge. We had no clue. I still to this day don't
There's
know.
a lot of faffing about in a lot of the Tomb Raider games.
I mean, how do you start that game?
I think it's for, like horny teenagers, because Lara Croft, she always had massive breasts.
But nothing happened. You just walk about the mansion and see the butler.
I always find it quite dull. I never really got into it myself.
I mean, there must have been a game that we just hadn't accessed. I just don't know.
You've usually got to like look at this book and then follow this. It gets a bit tedious for me.
Yeah, I didn't get it. But Harry Potter was the last big success.
Last big one.
Yeah, 99.
Well, definitely check it out. Called Black Ops 2 and Hitman Absolution, because they've really gone all out on these games.
Okay, give me an example of your favorite thing from Hitman.
Hitman. Great voiceovers, great action. You can either be like a slick, stealthy killer, or you can just chuck explosives in there.
Yeah.
Just start like strangling people, stab. You can pretty much just do whatever you want, really. It's great. Because sometimes, you might get a bit bored of sneaking around. So drop a dinosaur on someone.
A dinosaur?
Yeah, it was like either a whale or a dinosaur skeleton. And I was like...
That is ridiculous.
Well, it was in like a museum or like a mansion or something.
Oh, so it was in context?
Yeah.
Oh.
It wasn't just randomly like, oh, here, drop this dinosaur.
I thought you just meant like, you can switch weapons.
No,
was, like,
it wasn't
dinosaur.
like, dinosaur attack, go! Pokemon style.
Oh no, I had Pokemon on Game Boy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think I did yellow. Maybe
I
should
remember.
get back into the old gaming.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
And when you rent them, and if you've got a boyfriend who's already got a console, just a couple of hours, and then you can just freak him out sometimes when you're at dinner. Just like, so I couldn't help noticing you're only level 13.
Yeah.
49, baby. Boom in your face. Who's got the vagina now?
I'm really good at Mario Kart. Like, properly.
I was never good at Mario Kart. I'm always very average, unfortunately.
Oh, really? You just need to practice.
Well, it's because I don't take them seriously. That's why.
Oh,
You know,
Look
people.
at you snobby gamer. It's okay to throw dinosaur skeletons, but get Princess Peach on a Mac bike and it's a no-go.
No, it's not a snobby thing. It's just I don't get so worked up about it. I mean, it's a game, so I enjoy it. And as soon as I start not enjoying it, I'm like, okay, that's the end of that.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I was playing Assassin's Creed, and a friend of mine came over, and all he did was just say how terrible I was at the game for like half an hour. Haven't played Assassin's Creed since. Because every time I play it, I'm like, damn you.
Is that the one with like a knight or?
Yeah, he's like a Renaissance assassin. I mean, it's good, but again, it feels a bit samey after an hour or two to me.
Bit of a Lara Croft.
Yeah.
Bit of a Kristen Stewart.
Yeah. It's really successful, and a lot of people like it, and they do seem to come up with like new ways for stuff, but I just don't get into it personally. It's more just kind of like they force you to be stealthy, which is what I don't like. If I want to be stealthy, I will. If I don't...
You have a real issue with this stealth thing.
Well, yeah, because I've paid a lot of money for this game. I'm going to do what I want. I'm not going to be dictated what I'm doing. It's the same with, like, Apple. You know, don't be telling me what I can and can't do with my phone.
What, Apple?
Yeah, like no flash player, this, that, and the other.
Oh, yeah, that is really annoying.
You're just like, guys,
especially
unacceptable.
on the old iPad. Like, not having flash players quite...
Because it's like, oh, it's for the internet. But 40% of the internet, which is a lot of web pages, is like flash-based. Some of them are like nothing but flash, just built on that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like if I want to see like a kitten dressed as Santa doing something funny, I want to see it.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to watch it on your iPad.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I have to go to a PC.
I have a theory that the guy who's in charge of Adobe and the guy who was in charge of Apple, maybe there was a bit of a feud there, like, oh, I can't believe y'all like touched up my daughter. So then Steve was like, oh, no flash on our devices, we're going to kill your profits.
Oh, God.
But who knows if that's actually
they
true.
They had a fallout with Google, didn't they?
Yeah, but they fall out with everyone.
Yeah,
they're world famous for being terrible to deal with in anything.
Crazy Apple people.
They're all like, if you're not like a really underground slick hipster, we're not having any of it.
Yeah, they just console themselves in their money.
In their gazillions upon billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Make me so sick.
Just makes me jealous.
Well, I mean, I would like to be crazy successful, but I also wouldn't want people thinking, I don't want to do business with this guy because he's a massive douche. That's not how I roll.
I don't know if I care so much.
Well, I think it's just because people are more forced to do business with them because they know they're going to make money.
Yeah, true. I hope they don't hear this. We can edit this out. I don't want Apple falling out of fuzz.
Is it Steve Wozniak? Is that the man in charge these days?
I was about to say Steve Jobs. I was like, he died.
Awkward.
He did. I don't know the guy in charge.
Yeah, well, it's some other dude. Get it sorted out. I'm not impressed.
But in the totally least offensive way possible.
If you want to send us some pre-products to review, which they never do from what I've heard.
What,
feel
Apple
free.
done?
Yeah, they never give journalists or anyone like any sort of comped gifts unlike other companies.
The thing is, they don't need to because we'll all go out and buy them anyway.
Well, I don't. I'm sticking to my guns.
Oh, you know what? Who's losing out here?
Me.
Yeah.
It is a massive pain.
In every way possible.
Yeah, because now I've got this phone which I really hate, and it's too big to use in one hand.
Wait, is this a Samsung something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about them.
It's just like, guys, you spent all your money on the hardware. Let's do a little bit of work on this software, shall we?
Yeah.
And just the practicality of, I don't want to have to use two hands for my phone.
I think they've just released a mini version.
Yeah.
About time.
Yeah, and a 4G version. And I was like, you couldn't have told me this like a couple of months ago?
Oh.
Or that your phone was a waste of time.
If you were a real tech geek, you would have known that stuff was coming out a couple of months ago.
Well, yes and no.
Yes.
You got me.
Guilty.
I've got no excuse, really.
No. So, something huge that we haven't mentioned.
Okay.
We're all dying tomorrow.
Ugh, yeah, that Mayan nonsense.
Yeah.
So
You know, like people in France, police have had to barricade off some mountain that like 1,000 people are trying to climb up because they think UFOs are going to...
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. These people were living up there like, oh, they'll come and save us from the apocalypse. Are you, what's going on here?
However, part of me is like, well, like it's okay to be cynical, But then, who's the losers if they did come?
Yeah, joke's on us.
I know.
Fiery torment.
Exactly. Like, I'm not like crazy enough to go and do it, but I am a bit like, the repercussions of not doing it are pretty huge.
Arbitrary date and random apocalypse, or, we'll probably just end up faffing about for another couple of years.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely for like a meteor or some sort of natural disaster, or
to wipe out the planet.
Yeah, or like nuclear war, or apparently the US has this really deadly nerve gas stockpile to give everyone on the planet.
Oh.
Maybe some terrorists release that just for, the fact that they're beeps.
Yeah.
I think that's far more likely than some
UFOs.
biblical
Yeah.
or UFO. If they were going to come, I don't think they're going to announce it.
Yeah.
Like, I tell you what, guys, we'll invade this planet, which isn't really a planet yet, but what we'll do is, a couple of thousand years beforehand, we'll leave all these cryptic clues just for, just for a bit
See
of a
what
laugh.
happens.
Yeah, because we got nothing else going on. We got a long journey back. It'll help break up all this partying and probing we do.
They've done an absolute Lara Croft on us. Left some like average clues over a really long space of time.
Yeah, just to underwhelm us.
Again, though, we'd be the losers if they're right.
On the other hand, if it was the end of the world, I don't think it would be a slow, painful death. More likely just be, and then that's the end of it.
You know what I feel as well? You probably can't trust UFOs. So see, even the people up there, they might be the first ones killed because they're the weakest.
Yeah, it might be, this is your punishment for being an idiot.
Yeah, you're too gullible. We don't want you on this planet anymore.
Yeah, I don't know, give them an extra probing, who knows.
Oh, probing.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
Every now and again, though, I watch like the odd, like, if you can't sleep and Channel 4 running something weird about people that claim they've been abducted by aliens. Some of them are very convincing.
Really?
Yeah.
All the ones I've seen have been really wishy-washy.
Oh, really? Some of them are like, even the police officers and stuff have been like, no, there was something over her house. But then at the same time, I'm just like, too much.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
Or were you just really bored?
Or drunk.
Yeah, and you just stumbled out of the house like, I'll just go for a walk.
I think a lot of them are in Crystal Meth County in America as well. The two go hand in hand.
Yeah, like that trailer for Pitch Perfect, where there's this bit where the guy goes, you know what, I get this feeling that I think we should kiss. And this chunky girl goes to him, yeah, but I also sometimes get the feeling that I can do crystal meth. But then I go, nah, probably best not.
I love that chunky girl.
Yeah, she's really funny.
She looks really like Matt Lucas. They play brother and sister in Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Actually, my friends and I are going to go see Pitch Perfect tomorrow.
Up top?
Yeah.
I'll probably be there.
Just to be like classic girls. Friday night, woo!
Girls' night!
Ladies' night! Anna Kendrick, though, again, sometimes a bit of a supporting actress.
Oh, yeah, but she's good.
Like, every little gleek's going to go see it, me included.
It does look pretty funny.
Like, seeing Anna Kendrick singing Mary J. Blige, like, I didn't see that coming this millennium.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't even ask about my cheese and wine soiree.
Oh, yeah, how was your cheese and wine soiree?
Here's a revelation. Cheese hangovers are the worst.
Eesh.
And I know what you're thinking. No, Jen, it's probably the wine. Hi, I'm so funny. No, that everyone was like, I have the weirdest cheesy feeling. Like, you were bloated. I felt like I had gout. Like, that's what I imagine gout to be like.
Ugh.
It was too much. It was too much.
Well, was there just like vast amounts of cheese consumed?
Oh, so much cheese. Like, Cal and I had provided, like, you know, your classics, brie, a little cheddar, a camembert, grapes, crackers, chutney, that sort of thing. But every other person brought cheese as well and wine. So
you guys were just like slathering it on.
Yeah, it was too much. We played a great game of Articulate, though. You know, like naming a bag. Like, you all write something down and put it in a bag, and you go around and people pick it out and have to describe it, and you're like in teams, and whoever guesses the most wins. But it was boys v girls. It got too aggressive. It was
Why? Was cheese going places it shouldn't?
Cheese was everywhere. And then the girls won, so we kicked the boys out, and then Callum spoke to me seriously the next day because I'd undermined him in public because I kicked him out his man cave.
Harsh.
Ooh, I was like, oh, sorry.
Well, shouldn't they have just gone out drinking or to the strippers or something? Surely that would be a manly way to...
We all did go out. We went out to Shack. They have a sort of 80s night on a Saturday.
Shack? Where's Shack?
It's the old El Barrios on Rose Street.
Oh, yeah, the comedy shack.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it's Comedy Shack or a different place.
Maybe it's just called the Shack.
It's called Shack. It's on Rose Street.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I thought it was the Comedy Shack.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is just Shack.
It's brilliant though on a Saturday. Although they used to, in the summer, the drinks were like £1.50 or whatever. Now the cheapest thing you can get is a blue WKD.
Ugh.
And I do not have a wicked
Am I a
side.
15-year-old girl?
Exactly. My teeth are coated in sugar. Like, I'm worrying about calories.
Yeah.
It's not ideal. Great night.
Plus, you know, you don't want to be seen with the WKD.
So bad, but everyone's drinking them because it's the cheapest. Everyone's on like a sugar high.
Yeah.
Very sweaty club.
Yeah, all these underground places are.
Very sweaty.
It was even worse when it used to be that Bar Salsa, because it was just a whole bunch of sleazy dudes all grinding up on some cheeky ladies,
Did they
which
have
were not at all cheeky.
there?
I don't know. There was a lot of heinous stuff going on. It was just all kinds of wrong. It was kind of funny, but also pretty wrong.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because, I mean, you don't go there to meet women. You don't go there to have a good time. You just go there to judge people.
Were you being judged or just doing the judging?
It was probably 50-50. Because every now and then, you know, I'd just jump into action and start shaking my hips.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I'd be like, I'm better than this.
Yeah?
And I'd be judging myself.
Was it all salsa music or?
Well, it was all just really cheesy, tacky, crappy music that, you know, people just want to, effectively just a meat market.
Yeah. Not like now where it has quality 80s tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's thugging.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Not all the time.
I'll have to check it out because I haven't been there in a while, actually.
Yeah, $5 to get in though. I know, but
and then there's not even cheap drinks when you get in there.
Yeah, in the summer though, it was
Recession.
brilliant. God damn recession. In the summer you get double for £3. You were loving life, but these bloody students came back.
Yeah. It's harsh. Yeah, because a lot of places they used to do that, but I think they're trying to stop it now because people are they're going too far. They're not, you know, spreading out their drinking. They're just really powering through in like an hour, and then they're just throwing up everywhere. And nobody wants to be carrying them away or, you know.
You know, in my first year of uni, there was Thursday night at a club called Liquid. 69p drinks.
Nice.
69 pence. That's your VKs, your single vodkas, like incredible. But because people took it too far, the government bring in legislation, and those people have just ruined it for all of us.
Yeah, for all those people that just like partying.
Yeah.
To a reasonable and acceptable level. If you get really drunk and you still keep your stuff together, fair enough.
Yeah, like get a kebab, go home. Yeah. Like, I'm not judging you.
But as soon as you start getting violent and throwing
Gropey.
up, getting too handsy.
Oh, that's the worst.
If you want to get away with being handsy, you need to be cheeky. You need to be
you cannot get away with being handsy.
I get away with being handsy all the time. You haven't seen me out there. I'm like a cheeky little imp.
That's what the people are judging you at the old bar salsa.
Hey, if they want to touch me, I get to touch them. That's the rule.
That's horrific.
It is, but no one's forcing them to be all like, "Oh my god, I want to come up and molest you." Whoa, no. You know, no one's forcing them to be all up on my body.
No.
So it's the price they pay.
So you're only groping the groper.
Yeah.
So the gropee is groping the groper.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just turning the tables.
Yeah.
I'm cashing in.
Yeah. Oh god. That's so funny. Such disgusting.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're not exactly classy ladies. Let's just leave it at that.
Or ladies. Indeed.
Yeah. They're just giving it away like it's going out of fashion.
That's pretty much been the highlight of my week, my cheese and wine soiree.
My highlight of my week was probably lunch with a cheeky lady. That's about it, really.
Yeah. Did you pay for lunch?
Well, yeah, it was her birthday.
Oh, you had to.
She was going to pay, but I was like, nah, that's
It's your birthday, I've got this. I'm definitely going to go and try and get a burger now.
Do it.
Well, I need to get my photo taken first, just in case it blows me. So I'll do photo then burger. I don't think a burger would have immediate effect on my face, but it's just in case.
In case you get burger face, and just all like, start looking a bit jowly.
For the next 10 years, just like sesame seeds falling out my teeth.
Like, did you have a glandular thing? Because your jowls are out of control.
No, I had one burger just before my photo got taken.